So today's video, I decided to do a Valentine's Day craft. And when this video gets out, it might be past Valentine's Day or very close to it. But in my mind, Valentine's Day um, decorations and whatnot can be put up the entirety of February. I think it's a lot more joyful that way. So if this video is up past then and you're like, why is she posting this? That's why. So recently I went to an antique shop and I wanted to get retro Valentines for decorations. And I didn't know how I was going to decorate with them. I just knew that I wanted to acquire some and use them for decorations. So I'm just going to give a little haul of what I got. This cute doll one that says, "Say Valentine, it would be jolly if you would be my little dolly." I thought that one was super cute. And then the next one I have up is really weird. And I just had to get it because it was so strange. You wouldn't get my goat, would you? And the goat head moves. I think at one point it might have been a pop out, which I find hilarious. Then we have this cute little bear on a scooter. And it says, "I hope I'm on the right road to my Valentine," which I thought was super cute and sweet. And then I'd like to play post office with you, and it's a puppy. I thought that was so unique and so cute. I really like the ones that have the animals on it. I think those give like the most retro feel. But then I had to get this one. This one's probably the oldest out of all of them. And it kind of looks like a doily, and it just has a girl with a hat on it saying Valentine's greetings. But this one actually opens up, and then there's a poem inside with a little bird. The poem is, "I've never been a Valentine. I'm dearly loved to be one. So if you've nothing in that line, won't you call me and please be one?" I thought that was super cute. The artwork is amazing on this one. The seller said this one's circa 1920s, whereas the other ones might be more 40s, 50s. So I thought that was very fun. And I was like, what am I going to do with these Valentines? My first thought was getting a piece of twine and getting clothespins and just hanging them out like that. But I was kind of worried about that because I feel like storage-wise, I wouldn't properly store it when I'm taking down their decorations, and I feel like the cards would get smushed or damaged. So I was like, I don't know, that might not be the greatest idea. And then I thought, why don't I just frame these, but I will make them kind of cutesy with the frames. And I was like, I think that's the better idea. So I'm going to take these and kind of scrapbook frame them. So let's get into it. Here's the supplies you're going to need. So you're going to need some picture frames. I had these from a project that I was working on. The picture frames didn't end up working out, but I thought these would be perfect. And then you're going to need some scrap fabric. I have this scrap fabric. I just kind of chose the most Valentine's colors that I have. And then you're going to need, obviously, the vintage Valentines. If you're wondering where to get these, most antique malls, the sellers will put out Valentines like these, usually in January, February. But if you can't find anything like this, they do make reproductions of this kind of style of Valentines, and you could find those online. And then if you're like me and you can't just do a simple project, you can also pull out some like scrapbook paper, some little tchotchkes, I guess, to put in along with your frame, and I'll kind of explain my vision for that later on. I got the frames unpackaged, and I currently have one kind of sitting out here. I just got these frames from the Dollar Tree. I don't feel like you have to do something super extravagant. I always get frames from the Dollar Tree because I'm not going to pay $10 for a cheap little frame. Oh, and also if you're like, what surface is she crafting on right now? Yeah, this is my bed. I don't know why. I can only craft either on my bed or on the floor. And I was like, I guess it's bed today. So yeah, sorry for the weird setting. I'm gonna try to go for my red fabric first. I really like this gingham one, the they're both gingham red fabrics, but I like the bolder one with the bolder lines. And I don't have much of this one left because I like this one better than the other one. So I only think I'm going to be able to get one frame out of this little square here. But now I'm going to take my Sharpie, if I can find it. I'm going to take my Sharpie and then I'm going to draw the border on this one. Definitely not perfect, but nobody's going to see this line. So I'm going to now cut this out and then see how well it fits into the frame. Little square cut out. I haven't put it on the frame, but I was just measuring up to make sure, one, you couldn't see those Sharpie lines, and two, to make sure that it would fit. And yes, it does, which is perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of figure out what Valentines I want to put in this frame with this background. I have 3 frames. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3. I was thinking of doing 2, but then again, I'm not quite sure because I have an odd number of Valentines. I honestly think this one could probably get its own frame. Oh yeah, it's going to have its own frame. This one's just too big to fit with the other ones. So now I need to be smart with picking out a small one and a small one that's going to fit together. Like that would fit together. I honestly wanted the goat to go with the puppy. Oh yeah, that works actually way better because I feel like this one's kind of fits the vibe better of this one. I honestly think these two go well better together, but this one's just way too big to have the other stuff, and I don't want to cut up the Valentines. You can if you want to help like fit the frame. My other idea was doing like heart-shaped frames and kind of fitting the Valentines to doing the heart-shaped frames, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use what I have. So I think this is going to be the placement. Now, I have some extra material here that I'm thinking about using with this frame. So I've done projects like this before where like you can like add stickers or stamps or paper cutouts on in addition to the frame, and that way it kind of looks almost like a scrapbook page. And my idea was taking these tickets and doing like I heart you or something like that on the tickets and then have them kind of fall down, and I could do one on this corner and one on this corner. So I'm trying to figure out what message I want to do, especially since these tickets are kind of big in comparison to the frame. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, so I'm going to kind of experiment with that. I think what I'm going to do on this one, I kind of wanted to do Happy Valentine's, but that's going to be way too long, so I might just do I heart you and then an exclamation point. I think that would be cute. I think I'm gonna have to do them vertically because horizontally they're not gonna fit. It would only be like one ticket, and I think I like this how the space fills with just these 2 tickets. So now I'm gonna write that out and see how that looks. Normally I made these tickets, but I do not like the way my handwriting turned out on those, so I actually redid them. So now I have these. Shout out to all my people that hate their handwriting. I always add like circles to my handwriting when I hate it. Like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cutesy, right? Yes, I am liking the way this looks. I'm almost questioning if I should fill in the heart or not. I think it's cute like this. This is the position I like on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of this and make sure that I know the position of the stuff I'm going to have. And I'm essentially going to flip this over and reposition everything and then fit it into the frame. So I have my glass frame, so now I'm going to need to kind of do this reversed from what I originally did. So I had this originally up here, and then I had the doggo in the corner, and then I had the goat diagonally, and then I had the other ticket on that one. So now I'm going to kind of finesse this and then put the fabric covering on top. backing on it, and I just need to clip the back of the frame in, and then we'll flip it over and see how it looks. But that's totally fine. I like the way that it is looking. I'm a little worried that these might move around. I was debating on taping them down, but I honestly didn't want to because I don't necessarily want to tape these vintage Valentines down and have them potentially be damaged if I decide to take these out later on or something like that. So I just wanted them to be just in the frame, not like sticking to it. But honestly, I think the fabric makes it snug enough to where I don't have to worry about that. So I'm very excited about how this first frame turned out. Now on to the next one. I think for the next frame, I'm just going to take the little border that the frame came with, and I'm going to Sharpie an outline and then cut it out. I think for this one, I'm going to do these two, and I think I want to do the smaller red gingham because I think the pink will go the best with this one because she's wearing like a pink little dress. I know this one has some pink in it too, and so does this one. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. Let's see. Let's see what they look up against the fabric. This one, that's cute. This one, that's also cute. Okay, and then this one. I think I like the dolly one the best with the pink. Also because this one has like butterflies and flowers on it, and I think that one kind of fits this one a little bit better. And these ones kind of get washed out with the pink, I feel like. I need something a little bolder color. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut out a rectangle of this fabric. This one, I think I'm going to do these little heart cutouts in the open space, but this is the setup so far. I really like this one on the bottom and this one on the top. And honestly, like space-wise, they really complement each other. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a scrap piece of red paper that I just had, and this punch hole cutout that is a heart that I always use, and I'm just taking it and I am cutting out a little, oop, gotta take it under there, a little heart, and then I'm putting them over here. I honestly don't know how many hearts I'm going to do per side. I think 3 looks kind of cute, and I think I'm going to copy that on the bottom here. What I've done before too is I've also like cut out the cutouts of the hearts. So like I've cut out a strip of this and then had like the heart cutout showing, which I think could also be kind of cute and have like the gingham peeking through. So I'm kind of flipping back and forth between those two ideas. Her cutout idea is cute, but I think I may have made this one a little too big. I think 2 is kind of awkward. I think the hearts are just spaced out too far enough so it doesn't fit in the frame. So I'm going to try again and make the hearts hopefully closer together. Did one with the hearts closer, and I am liking how that is looking. So I think I'm going to do that up top here and have the gingham kind of peeking through. I think that's super cute. I might have to move that over a little and make that more like that. And then I think I'm just gonna have a bunch of hearts down here just to kind of fill in the empty space. I don't know how many. I also just want to make sure it's fitting the space nice. Let's see. See, I think that's a little awkward. So let's take these over like that maybe. Okay, I think that's a lot cuter position-wise. I'm still debating on this. Is this cute? I think with the frame on, I just am not seeing it like pushed down with the frame on. This will be a cute idea. So now what I'm going to do, like before, I'm going to take a picture of this, unassemble it, and then reassemble it and put the frame on. Alrighty, you know the drill. This time I'm going to cut out my last piece of fabric. The only difference being I have a huge scrap of this fabric, so I have to kind of lay it out all over my workspace, aka my bed. Anybody else have a good pair of fabric scissors that they start using exclusively on fabric, and then after a couple of pieces of fabric it just stops working as functional scissors? Please let me know. I've bought like actual fabric scissors before. These are just like regular scissors. I've bought fabric scissors before, and fabric scissors are more expensive, but they honestly work the same in my mind. I've bought fabric scissors before, and after a couple of bolts of fabric, they stop functioning in a straight line. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm using scissors wrong for some reason, or if I need to be sharpening the shears, or if I just need to get these $100 scissors, which I probably would never do to cut fabric, but that was my little scissor rant. The last frame, which honestly should hopefully be the easiest one, because this one has a huge Valentine that takes up the majority of the frame. I have this pink sparkly paper, and I feel like I could do something with it, like maybe do a couple of hearts in the corner, which I might do, like just cut out some sparkly hearts and have them in the corner. But I think that's the only like outlandish thing I'm going to do besides that. Just because of the artwork on this card and how big it is, I think it deserves the majority of the frame's attention. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do. Just have these little hearts in the corner. They are very similar colored to this fabric, but they are glittery, so when the light hits them, I think it will be a cute little detail for this frame. And then I am going to either hang them up, or these are the type of picture frames that have a stand. I think these would be really cute stands because I have my walls covered in artwork. So like, I don't think this would stand out as much, but if I have it like standing on my desk, my bookshelf, my dresser, I think this would be cute decorations. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.